Alright, so in the previous video I explained how our liquidity move from the pancake swap pool back to the position manager, and then the position manager decides where the money goes, right? So the position manager is the one that decides where the money goes, but the position manager is not in custody, does not hold the money. All right, so at least I have explained this code here. All right, I have explained the contract code here. The position manager is not in custody of the money, and we've already seen that the money is not actually domiciled on the pancake swap pool as we were told. So in this video we are going to trace the exact place that money is. All right, when we say that the position manager decides where the money goes, some persons may think that, okay, for in that case the money may actually be in the position manager contract contract address. So let's even go to the contract address. You can see that the position manager address ended in it ends in 4364. All right, so if we go to BSC scan 4364, you can see it here, 4364. Now if we copy this address and paste on defi.crystal, you will see that it is displaying a very huge figure. All right, you see that it is displaying a very huge figure. Now when you see this figure, you'll be like, wow, so Bitnest has over $25 million in their liquidity pool. But that is not true. This is not actually the figure that Bitnest has in the liquidity pool. In fact, this figure is not even legit. This figure is deceptive. All right, this is not the actual figure in this address, in this position wallet position contract address. For instance, if we go to BSC scan, you can see that if you go to multi-chain, you see that what is here is about 80.78. Let me even refresh it. You can see what is here now is 79 point something. So that figure is not actually here. All right, that figure is not actually here. Okay, so it simply implies that this figure is not real. Okay, so that is it. The 25.62 million could be a display error or a glitch rather than the actual liquidity value in those pools. All right, so why the DeFi Crystal dashboard shows these figures, cross-referencing them with the underlying on-chain data typically reveals why such massive earnings appear. All right, so because the deposit here was just a small deposit. All right, so such small deposit cannot yield over 25 million dollars. All right, the deposit here was just about 909, so it will not yield you this huge amount of money. All right, so that is it. So now the question is, what is Bitnest actually doing here? How is Bitnest actually making money here? Bitnest is actually making money here by providing liquidity. All right, by providing liquidity to the pool. All right, to this particular pool, they earn money, but as you can see, the money they are earning is not even that much. All right, the money they are earning is not that much. You can see profit and losses. About 2 months, this particular 4 USDT earned $1.42 in 2 months. This one earned $2.36 in 20 days. This one earned $10.36 in 1 year. So this is not going to yield them that huge profit that they will be paying investors. That is number one. Now another thing we are also going to check now is where the money actually is. What is the Bitnest liquidity? I told you that money moves from the position from the once the money the pancake swap wallet that ended in 3121 is just a route through which the money moves to the main liquidity, the NFT liquidity pool that Bitnest is in control of. So we are going to trace that NFT liquidity pool right now to actually know how much Bitnest have there. All right, so you see that this place is having over 25.6 million, but if you go to the bank, which shows the accurate figure that a contract has, let's go to the bank and check it out. You will see the exact amount that is there. All right, you see the exact amount that is there. That the amount that is there may not be up to that amount. The bank is going to tell us the exact amount that is there. So let's wait for it to load up. All right, so you can now see that the bank is now showing the actual amount on the position manager address, which is $16,936. All right, but this is not actually the Bitnest NFT liquidity that is holding your money, that is holding our money. This is not actually the liquidity. All right, so how do we trace the liquidity? All right, so looking at what the bank is showing here, you can see the bond, you can see the bond, you can see the collect, you can see the transfer from, you can see the transfer, another transfer from, you can see collect, you can see another collect. All right, so you can see multiple functions here that is coming from this address. Like I said, this is the position manager contract that controls whatever happens with the money that enters the Bitnest loop. This is the person that the address that manages it. All right, that is the address that calls different functions, decide where the money goes and all that. All right, so this address is not a pancake swap pool. All right, so it is actually acting as a controller wallet for pancake swap v3 liquidity NFTs. All right, so from what you can see here, you can see repeated calls like I already said, and this wallet is actively calling collect. All right, that means it is authorized to withdraw fees and liquidity. All right, this address is actually authorized to withdraw fees and liquidity. So this has already negated the decentralization and immutable contract mechanism. All right, so this contract actually controls the liquidity position, and it can transfer from, all right, it can transfer from the liquidity to another wallet. All right, so you can say all these are what we call NFT movements, and they are not token swap. This means liquidity NFTs are being moved between contracts and wallets. Control is being rotated or routed. All right, like I said, it is routed from pancake swap v3 pool to the Bitnest pool, the NFT pool that is being controlled by Bitnest. All right, so and the reason why all these things are done is to actually obscure the real treasury. All right, and it is not actually a normal user behavior. And it is meant to be hidden so that you will not know, but we've digged it out in the quest to understand why Bitnest actually have the power to stop payouts and all that. All right, so now what is the contract address that is holding our money? All right, what is the contract address that is holding our money? The contract address that is holding our money is this contract address that is ending in 7955. All right, that is the most important line from what I can see here. This contract address ending in 7955 is holding our money. That is where our liquidity is going. All right, so from what I can see here, what I see here is that after collecting, funds are ultimately forwarded to the real wallet, all right, which is this particular wallet. So when you loop on Bitnest, it goes to the Bitnest loop, and then from the Bitnest loop it goes to the pancake swap, which is just a route. From that pancake swap route, it goes to this particular wallet that end in 7955. all right, so that is it, and that is where the real treasury is. all right, you see, this thing was not shown directly on the client, on the collection logs. all right, and it actually appeared after the collection, because it is after your money enters that it is being transferred to this particular wallet. all right, and it is subject to change. This contract can be changed because the control manager have the power to do that, to change it. Are you getting it? He has the power to change it. Okay, so that is it. So how do we confirm that this is true? Let us paste this address on the bank. all right, so let's search for this address on the bank. So you can see that this is the address on the bank, and you can see that it is still the same address ending in 7955. So from this, you can see how much Bitnest is having on this particular address, which is $10,162,144. That is the actual amount that Bitnest is holding in this NFT pool. That is the liquidity pool. That is the actual amount they are holding, and this is the contract that is holding that amount. Are you getting it? So you can see that everything is now very clear, that the money is not actually that one you are seeing. It is actually hidden somewhere, and we've digged it out. all right, so what is the final conclusion? The final conclusion is that the system is not decentralized. Funds are NFT controlled. Whoever owns or operates this contract address that is ending in 4364 can decide when to collect money from the system, when to move the liquidity, and where funds finally land. Alright, he can decide where funds finally. That is why he can decide to pay those who buy nodes, those who buy million coin, and not to pay those who did not buy. He has the power to decide who to pay and who not to pay. Alright, so that is it. So the bottom line is that there is a treasury, there is a real treasury, but it is hidden behind NFT mechanism. So, and it is not shown plainly in pool balances. All right, so that is it. Now let's also check another variable here. You can see another address also that is collecting transfer. So let's click on it to actually know what is happening there. This is another address that is also collecting transfer after collection. So let's see if there is a liquidity in that address too. So let's wait for it to load up. So we've seen that the first one we saw actually have over $10 million in it, which is what Bitnest is holding in the NFT as NFT in the pool, and not actually the 30 something million dollars you are seeing all over for. So you can see the second one is holding about 622. All right, so what the bottom line is that this person who is in control of this decides the wallet that receives this money and can decide how to withdraw it and all that. So that is the summary of the whole thing. So in essence, what I'm saying is that the money, all the money you are depositing on Bitnest is going to these NFT pools here that you can see here, not actually the pancake swap pool that you were told. All right, so that is it. Thank you so much, and bless up.